Hello everyone and welcome to the latest greatest edition of the Sharkies 2022 awards ceremony with your pals at Upside Down Shark. Last week we talked about the best games released in 2022. This week, I think
this episode?
Are they coming out weekly? I can't even remember.
We haven't discussed that yet.
We will discuss when they will come out, but for now, the episode you are listening to this very second is the Ty The Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue Old Video Game Award for 2022. This is an award for a game that released in the past, but we have either played for the first time, rediscovered this year, or just generally had a good time with. You are listening to this at either UDS Podcast on your podcast platform of choice or on the UDS Gaming video game YouTube channel. My name is Tom and I'm one of your usual hosts here at UDS, and joining me is my panel of judging experts, one Ryan Upton.
Hello.
One Craig Bourne.
Hello.
And here by default, because this is his house, Matthew Dobbie.
Hello.
I just love that. That was just really good intro energy there. Classic Tom. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to enjoying, shut up Ryan, some classic video games from yesteryear. So, first of all, before we get started, how do you feel the Sharkies are going so far?
I think it started really well, and then somewhat we got some pepper in us, didn't we? We got some pepper in us during the last episode. Now I think we're all just sitting here. I certainly am just thinking, let's get this done, shall we?
Excellent, excellent. Well, without further ado, Dobbie, tell me what games you have enjoyed from the past in the now.
Will do. Okay. I mean, I've played a few old games this year because there haven't been many new games I wanted to play. I played Super Mario Odyssey for the first time this year, and I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was great. I don't know why people love it so much. Mario's a paedophile. Don't get it. Anyway.
What?
His nips.
Why is he a paedophile?
You looked at him?
You can't judge someone by their look.
It's a me.
I also like
just see my career drifting away.
He doesn't like Italians.
That much is known. The world knows that. I love the Darksiders franchise.
You have to blur Ryan's face this entire time.
Darksiders 1's great. I really like Darksiders 3. Darksiders 2 is my favourite, and I replayed the Darksiders franchise this year. And yeah, Darksiders 2, great game. I love playing as Death. I like killing things. Fun time. Darksiders 2, fun time. Old game I've played the most this year was introduced to me by someone sat at this very table who now sort of disowns the game himself. I started playing Dead by Daylight this year, which is a game in which 4 survivors have to escape from a killer inside like little maps and things. Basically have to power 5 generators, which will power gates, which they can then open to try and escape from a killer who is also played by a human and is trying to kill them. It's basically a 4v1 sort of game. The survivors, there's not an awful lot of difference between their gameplay is much the same, aside from like the perks they choose. At present, there are 30 or something killers, all different from various franchises, either made specifically for Dead by Daylight, or you have like Nemesis from Resident Evil, you have like Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, Pinhead from Hellraiser, and all sorts. Freddy Krueger's in there. Michael Myers is one of the more annoying ones. Yeah, he's there. And yeah, it's sort of billed as a horror game, I guess. It's when you first start playing, I guess it's a little scary. And nowadays, it's not particularly scary. There are moments where you'll see Michael Myers.
The second time you've done that joke.
The
second time it's fallen flat.
It's recurring.
There are times where...
You say falling flat, you're laughing, mate.
He's got me there.
Yes,
And he didn't even study comedy.
There are times where Michael Myers is a killer who has to sort of stare at you from a distance to be able to build up a meter to be able to kill you faster. You'll catch him in the distance, you think, oh shit, there he is. That could be kind of tense. There are chases you have to try and avoid. You get hooked if you're down and stuff. I can't really sell it more than this. It's a fun time. I really like it. It's got a really good vibe to it. And it's not the most challenging game, I guess. It's not the most hard gameplay or anything, but it's really good fun. It's a good game to play with your friends if you're surviving. I really enjoy playing killer and just trying to kill people. Sometimes it can be incredibly frustrating, but I do find the games I end up getting the most frustrated with tend to be the ones that, when I'm doing well, make me feel the best, and Dead by Daylight is no doubt one of those. I've put like 450 hours or something into it this year. I really like it. Dead by Daylight.
It's definitely one of those games that you can chat with your friends, and it is enhanced by having people you know and other like-minded people that enjoy that game.
Yeah.
Because it is a simple formula of fix the generators, don't die, escape.
It's simple, and yet the games can all feel very differently depending on, first and foremost, who you're playing with, or second of all, but especially the killer you're against. Because, you know, there's 30 different killers, which is 30 different play styles immediately, but then it really comes down to how each individual person who's playing as those killers decides to play it, the perks they choose, even the map you're playing on can really change the gameplay. It's something I've not tired of yet. I could see myself tiring of it one day, but not yet. It's been a really good part of this year, to be honest, for me.
450 hours.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I've played 450 hours of video games in my life. Jesus.
You
Well,
should play Metal Gear sometimes.
I don't want to. I am a Death Stranding boy. Anyways, Craig, speaking of long boys, let's talk about your favourite games.
Yeah, there we go. I missed Resident Evil Village last year, and I feel like since the game before it, they are hitting it out of the park with that franchise. They've got this main game and then remake strategy going on. And then, like, they've really got a shine and a polish to them that just makes them very good games now. After, was it number 5 or number 6 was just...
6 was
time?
bad.
Yeah. So it's nice to... Eventually they're going to have to remake it if they're doing this cycle. So maybe 6 might be a good one by the time it's all said and done. So if you like action games, like Resident Evil Village is one I would definitely recommend.
I think 5 and 6 sort of hold up graphically, though.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand why 4 would need to be remade, even though it's, like, the perfect game.
Someone's got to say it.
That one was for you, Neil.
Yeah, and it's just funny that they're actually re-releasing Resident Evil 4 again, because they seem to do that every year, just like Skyrim. I played a lot of Fortnite this year. It took two things, really. So I tried early on in the year the no build mode, because I'm an old man who doesn't like to build in Fortnite because it's terrifying. And they did a no build mode. I gave that a go, and it didn't really stick with me. But then they got Dragon Ball Z in there, and that's the trigger. That is what it took. I bought the Goku. I bought the Vegeta. And like, they had the Dragon Ball Z special event. You could fly on the Nimbus. You could kill people with a Kamehameha. And like, they just built so much into Fortnite now. On top of these events, there's just daily stuff. They re-release skins here and there. Like, as we speak, I think they're doing a Star Wars thing.
Tom just really perked up.
Yeah. So you do the quests and you can unlock all of the most of the cast from episode 4, I think. And with
Phantom Menace.
the Phantom, exactly, or just
I just got the biggest evils from Tom.
so
No, that's not true.
A New Hope.
the amount of polish and just time and effort that has gone into Fortnite is why it is still one of the biggest games, and just seeing how that works with all of the quests and the shooting and the perks and all of this sort of thing, it's made me more interested in Fortnite, definitely. Have I played it in the last month? No. I will probably go back to it at some point, but I can see the hype around Fortnite now.
Is that your old game of the year?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Everything okay, mate?
Dobbie completely zoned out. I stared at him for like 10 minutes during that.
I definitely didn't speak for 10 minutes because we've only been recording for 9. But I can see why it feels like it's gone on.
Spoke for 10 minutes about a child's game.
My old game is Bowser's Fury. Have we heard of this?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's Bowser?
He's a big old.
He's the man who runs Nintendo.
Yeah, very good joke.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Don't clap me myself.
He praised me.
Bravo, Tom. Well done.
What does it? It's Super Mario 3D Land plus Bowser's Fury. So it's like the re-release of the Wii U, and Bowser's Fury is the add-on, and it is like this weird open world Mario game where you just go round and you can earn these stars from doing whatever you want, pretty much. And you can, like, these shines are everywhere, and as you unlock more, the area expands. The thing is that Bowser, he is like eating some big mushroom or something, turned into a big, I don't know,
Big boy.
kaiju looking guy. And
I'm
then
a big boy today.
he can just attack you at any time during this area. But once you've collected enough, you turn into like a giant Kamehameha Mario who's the size of Godzilla, and then you fight him. And it is an interesting take on the Mario concept, and I am interested to see where they go next with it, because it is very different to what Mario's had in the past. That is what I would say has been my Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue old video game of 2022.
Excellent. Ryan, take half the time that Craig did, please.
We're only 11 minutes in.
I, for my sins, introduced Dobbie and some of the other friends in the group to Dead by Daylight.
He was like, how can I ruin every group chat all my friends are in?
So I guess that would be my Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue Old Video Game Award.
Have you been playing it since it came out?
No, I got it free on PlayStation Plus a long time ago, and then I tried to get Brooke to play it, but she was like, no, it's too scary, why would I play that? And now she wants to play it every second of every day.
You did have a 1,000-yard stare when you said that.
It's fun sometimes. I'm usually the sacrifice because I'm the worst member of the team. Other than that, I really like the Yakuza games. There we go. That's how long was that?
Back to you, Ken.
57 seconds.
Excellent. Dobby, find the middle ground, please.
I've been. I've gone.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
It's really like Dead by Daylight.
Let's all glaze over each other. Like,
This is how long Craig took, is that I thought that was last episode. Okay, so, obviously, Red Dead Redemption 2 is forever and always the best video game
Yeah, agreed.
of every year.
I don't think that was there earlier. Isn't that strange?
It came out in 2018.
Yep.
Not lost a step. The other two games which I've played a lot and really enjoyed is Judge Dredd, Dredd vs. Death. If you're into old PS2 related, I'm not looking at that because it'll make me laugh. Oh, you didn't do anything. What did you do? Okay, yeah, I see what you did now.
I'm not looking at that.
He's made the darkness say the dankness. I thought you were going to do I Believe in a Thing Called Love or something like that. Judge Dredd, Dredd vs. Death is a good PS2 era FPS, very campaign driven, cool characters, love Judge Dredd, love the whole world of Mega City 1, recommend it thoroughly. The Darkness is what for the longest time was my favourite game. Again, FPS, not as much gameplay, much more of an emphasis on the story, but again, thoroughly recommend. Great voice acting by Mike Patton, who, as people know, is the singer of Faith No More. And be that as it may, my actual game of the year, this is really distracting. They're putting things on the screen while I'm trying to read, and I don't like it.
I'm just going to hide that from
Thank you. My favourite game that I played this year, which I got for Christmas, well, I got just after Christmas 2021, so still just about fits into the category, is Saints Row 4 for the Nintendo Switch. Because Saints Row 4 is so dumb and so brilliant, even though it's objectively not as good as the likes of GTA 5 and everything like that.
Or Saints Row 3.
I think Saints Row 4 is better.
Did I send that to you? I think I got that on Switch. I haven't played it yet, but I bought it for like £2.20 in this store sale. I was like, what the hell?
It's so good. Literally, the opening level, he tickled me, was you as the president of the United States jumping onto a launching nuke and disarming it while Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing plays. And like it's like a feature that it plays. It's not like you can pick the soundtrack. It will play Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing as you disarm a nuke in midair. It's brilliant.
Number 3, you can spec your character to basically be a superhero, but they don't say that. Number 4 is like,
You are a superhero.
You're a superhero, yeah.
Famous actor Keith David plays your vice president, but he is actually just Keith David, which is funny. You fight aliens. You can basically turn on such power that nothing can stop you. Like it's literally almost impossible to die, which is a lot of fun. Just running around at 1,000 miles an hour, just basically just causing a riptide of air currents that whip everyone into the air. That's really funny.
It's not even worth checking a car in number 4, really.
No, I've honestly not used a plane, a car, or anything because you can run faster than a car.
I really want to play that again now.
And you can fly. I have basically set up my character to be incredibly overweight with long hair and a beard, with Nolan North's voice down-tuned,
I was thinking that.
so that it's very, very deep. You're wearing stilettos and has a hook for a hand, even though he's completely bollock naked. And it's brilliant. It's just brilliant.
If anything, just thinking about this game, it makes me sad how bad the reboot was, because that was very mediocre.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted from a stupid game. Like, in the games like Mass Effect, there's like a romance feature where you can slowly build up, a relationship with the character, and it will culminate with like
Sexy time.
Like a little bit of PG-13 and then it cuts to black. This time there's a button for romance, and you can just go up to any character, male or female, and goes like, I can't remember any of their names, but it's like,
wanna fuck?
Yeah, hey, wanna fuck? They go, okay, and then that's it.
At the beginning, but when they were developing the game, they said like, yeah, we got romances in the game, just like Mass Effect. So that was it.
Oh, it's so funny. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got Polar Opposites Attract.
It's got the most personality.
Yeah. It's there's not a lot to it. It's on paper it does get quite repetitive, but I enjoy what it does so much that I don't mind doing it over and over again. And it's just the humour that carries it. So yeah, Saints Row 4. Never played it back in the day. Really enjoyed it this year.
Can I ask, how does it run on Switch?
Really well.
Okay, that's good.
Really well. You should play it. Okay. But what is going to be our favourite old game of 2022, and why is it Red Dead Redemption 2?
Because it's the best video game ever, Tom.
From
Showing some passion.
If I could
Cowboys.
if I could be serious for 1 second.
Like me on.
I feel as though there are two really. Dead by Daylight, because both Dobbie and Ryan have an affinity towards it. And your discussion of Saints Row 4 made me realise how much I really did like that game, and I would vote for that. So if we're in agreement, what it's got to be, one of those two or both of them?
Red Dead Redemption 2, right?
I mean, my vote's for Red Dead.
The comments better be like, Craig does take this as a champ, doesn't he?
Comments?
My comment is going to say that.
Red Dead.
Yeah, I'll go with Red Dead.
I mean, it wasn't here until just now. And look, it would be remiss of me not to... Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favourite video game ever, as far as I'm concerned, at this point. I've not played it this year.
Has anyone?
I did, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I installed it for online just to see what it's like.
Did you play Grand Theft Auto and realise that the walking motion was a bit quicker?
No, Craig, because I'm a normal person.
I mean, I played GTA. And we're not getting into
also,
this
I'll take
again.
umbrage with that statement you just said as well. I mean, I feel like in all seriousness, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm joking. No, I think DVD has to win it because two people voted for it, and like just by.
And Dobbie spent like the most hours on Alva.
I know you voted for Saints Row.
You voted for it. Yeah, you're right.
In hindsight, but
even Craig downloaded Dead by Daylight.
Craig has played Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I've played it. Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I wouldn't say 10 out of 10.
I've never played it.
I feel
You're
like
missing out.
I jumped on the boat with everybody and
Got left behind.
I
Left for Dead.
felt
Like in the dinghy.
I didn't get the urge as much as everybody else.
Jumped in the boat and bought Left 4 Dead 2 instead.
What a game! It just didn't. It didn't.
No one's playing online with me.
Didn't attach itself to me like it did for everyone else. And then when I went to play again, I could see that I was just more of a hindrance than a help. So I thought,
You shouldn't let that hold you back, because that's how I play.
We've had Josh has started playing with us, Dan started playing with us, and Josh is getting better at it. But
Did he
Dan,
think it was just Genshin Impact?
Yeah. He loves all of his wifey killers. But Dan's not usually one who's played games with us all that often. Certainly not like proper online games. But he seems to be enjoying it as well.
Yeah. I can see the enjoyability of it there, and I have enjoyed myself with it. I have no problem if this wins, because I know it is it's just at the core of it, there is a strong, enjoyable game there.
And above all else, I like a game where I can just sit and play with my friends, and it gives me a reason to chat to people every week, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I just throw out that I remembered that I played Mass Effect for the first time today after you talked about Mass Effect.
Well, no,
The first one.
Yeah, like I bought the trilogy.
Oh, Legendary Edition.
Yeah.
The second one is the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't got that far yet. I did a lot of the first one, then stopped and didn't go back to it, but I want to carry on.
Just keep going until you can fuck Garrus. That's the best bit.
That is a good old game.
You sound like my cousin.
Who, Garrus?
My cousin Garrett. So Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Stop talking about it! I'm not going to play it, just keep go on and on!
Please
What?
come back,
God.
Craig.
Why did Craig go a bit Italian American there? Hey, right! I ain't gonna play the Deadlight!
We played Multiverses, that is a competent co-op game. Yeah.
There you have it. Our Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue Old Video Game Year Award is Dead by Daylight, released in 2018. 16. There we go.
Really? Wow! That's just...
Six years later, still Dead by Daylight out of 10. Thank you very much for listening to this UDS Gaming special edition of the Sharkies. We got music stuff coming up after this. Stay tuned at UpsideDownShark.com for more Sharkies. Find out what the best of the year is, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.